What is up, our National Wrestling Shooters members and viewers? This is Scott Kisegale, the owner and chairman of the National Wrestling Shooters. As you can see, I got a Villain Club t-shirt on, and today I'm going to give you my Raw, Smackdown, NXT review. Honestly, Smackdown Live and Raw, Smackdown Live and NXT were better than Raw, in my honest opinion. Alright, let's begin with Raw. Okay, here we go. Raw opened with Kurt Angle town in Pittsburgh. It was in his hometown, by the way, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He loved them and that he had a big show lined up for them. As he left the ring, he was interrupted by Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman, who entered the ring and told him they were unhappy with the upcoming Fatal 4-Way match at SummerSlam. Heyman then said if Lesnar loses the Universal title at SummerSlam, he and Lesnar will leave WWE entirely. Very good promo from Paul Heyman. I mean, I really doubt that Paul Heyman's actually gonna leave WWE because he needs to be there. He is so creative, but I don't see Brock Lesnar leaving right away. Eventually he'll leave, but I don't see him leaving right away. Possibly Brock Lesnar could be leaving because he's gonna be going back to UFC, but I don't see Paul Heyman leaving. But anyway, this is a great promo. The Hardy Boys defeated Gallows and Anderson. The Revival were on commentary for this match. Jeff Hardy pinned Luke Gallows following a swanton bomb after the match. The Revival and Hardys exchanged words, then blows, and on the top of the ramp, Gallows and Anderson interjected themselves into the night, and all three teams continued to brawl, with the Hardys eventually coming up out on top. Another good match. I really thought this was a good brawl between the two, and two teams. I really enjoyed this. Renee Young interviewed Dean Ambrose backstage. She asked him if he and Seth Rollins were getting back together, but before he could answer, Rollins walked in saying last week felt like old times. Ambrose said he still doesn't trust Rollins and then walked away. Interesting. Very, very interesting. They're definitely going somewhere. I definitely see another, possibly a Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose feud in the works, so I could see that happening. Backstage, Rollins ran into Sheamus and Cesaro, who told him that Ambrose will never trust him or anybody else ever again. Rollins then challenged them to a one-on-one match with Sheamus accepting on his team's behalf. Okay. Akawata's such as in the book trying to defeated TJP, Tony Nese, and Ariel Davario. TJP was pinned by Cesaro following a senton off the top turnbuckle. This match was okay. I mean, it was okay. Could have been better. And then Jason Jordan came out as his guest in Miz TV. The Miz offered Jordan a spot in the Miz Taraj. Jordan was alongside Bo Dallas Curtis Axel. Jordan passed saying he'd rather be chewed up and spit out of the WWE than associating with the Miz. He then suplexed the Miz into Axel and Dallas. Good segment, an actual good segment. I thought it was a very good segment. I enjoyed that. Then, matchup with Seth Rollins defeated Sheamus. Rollins entered. Female features a guy yelling "Burn it down." After knocking Cesaro off the apron, Rollins was able to blow up Sheamus for the win. He was then beaten down by Sheamus and Cesaro after the match. Eventually, Ambrose came to his aid, but he too was beaten down with Cesaro choking him out with his own shirt before Sheamus hit him with the bro kick. Good match, and it's interesting. I thought this segment was okay. Bray Wyatt came to the ring and said he said some spooky things afterward. Finn Balor tried to put him to the ring and beat Wyatt up. I enjoyed this segment. I enjoyed this. I'm enjoying this field. I hope WWE is going to do something right with this. So I really like the way they're going with this. Triple threat match. Roman Reigns defeated Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman. All three men had the upper hand throughout the match, with the fights spurting out onto the floor and into the crowd numerous times. Finally, Reigns hit Joe for a spear for the victory, having already knocked Strowman out of the ring with the steel steps. Great Great match, really great match. Match of the night. I thought this was one of the better matches of the show. Elias defeated Kalisto. Before the match, Elias played a song about how terrible Pittsburgh is. He pinned Kalisto hitting a neck breaker, which is now called Stripped Away. Yeah. The promo from Elias was good, but I didn't really care for the match. Backstage, Charlie Caruso interviewed Alexa Bliss about facing Bayley at SummerSlam, said she was happy to face Bayley again and that she had no desire to wrestle Sasha Banks again. Interesting. Bayley defeated Nia Jax. Bliss tried to interfere in the match, but Bayley caught her. She then dodged Nia Jax, running at her and sent her into the steel steps before rolling back into the ring for a counter victory. Same old. I didn't care about this match. Then backstage, Renee Young interviewed Big Cass, who said he was going to beat up Big Show in tonight's main event. Big Show defeated Big Cass. Before the match, Enzo Amore came out and cut a promo which she called Big Cass was a fraud and introduced the Big Show as his new guy. That Big Cass came out to new music while Amore stayed at ringside after it looked like Cass was going to beat Show. Enzo jumped on Cass's back, causing disqualification. Cass then leveled him with a big boot before getting dropped with a knockout punch from the Big Show. I don't know why this was the main event, but Raw wasn't good. I mean, it started out good, but then it went from good to bad. So I would rate this Raw a 5 out of 10. Honestly, it could have been better, but it hasn't been as good as the last one. So this was a 5 out of 10. So SmackDown Live definitely wins this, and I'm gonna give you the SmackDown Live results now. Okay. SmackDown Live results. Here we go. They start off with the United States Championship match. AJ Styles defeated Kevin Owens. The show opened with a recap of last week, which led directly into the entrance for this match. The referee got poked in the eye during the match. He was out of position when Styles rolled up Owens. The referee counted the pinfall against Owens, even though Owens' shoulder was up during the count. Good match, but apparently they do this referee. Apparently, I think this is kind of set up. Could this referee possibly be a heel referee? Because they're obviously doing something with this referee. I don't know what's going on, but they're obviously doing something from it. Backstage, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan were talking to the referee when Owens interrupted and went after the ref. Shane broke it up and said the referee made a bad call, but said he'd make it up to Owens for a rematch at SummerSlam. Owens demanded a sturdier referee, and Daniel Bryan made Shane McMahon the ref for the SummerSlam, the United States Championship match. Owens started to protest again, but Shane said he would either be the referee or Owens won't get his match. This could possibly be the beginning of a Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens match, and then this is definitely leading into something. But yeah, this was a good decent match and decent backstage segment. Then the Usos cut a promo bragging about how they beat down the New Day last week. I like the Usos as heels. They're doing a really good job. What they're doing to Usos is good. Then this is pretty funny and entertaining. Breezango's latest Fashion Files was a Twin Peaks parody at the end of which Tyler Bates said he knew who was abducted Fandango. I really like the Fashion Files things. At first I thought it was cringeworthy, but I'm really getting the hang of it. I'm really enjoying the Fashion Files. I think those segments are actually entertaining, and it definitely stands up. They definitely stand out. So I really enjoy what they're doing with the Fashion Files. I really enjoy it. Now, next, Aiden English defeated Sami Zayn. English rolled up Zayn with a modified jackknife pin for the victory. After the match, Mike and Maria Kanellis came out and taunted Zayn from the top of the ramp. This is just nothing really special about this match. And then Naomi and Becky Lynch defeated Carmella in the title. Naomi forced Carmella to top up to a crucifix choke. That was decent though. Backstage, Jinder Mahal said it doesn't matter who becomes the #1 contender because he will win at SummerSlam. Rusev defeated Chad Gable. Rusev hit a sidekick and then locked in the accolade to win by submission. This was actually a pretty good match. I actually thought it was a pretty good match. I mean, it was better than a match that I thought it was going to be. I really enjoyed this. And then after the match, Rusev got in the microphone after the match and said John Cena didn't beat him at Battleground because nobody can beat him. He doesn't have an opponent for SummerSlam because everyone is afraid of him. Rusev knows the but was interrupted by Randy Orton. Orton said Rusev has never beaten him and is not afraid of Rusev. He said if Rusev wants an opponent for SummerSlam, he's got one. Rusev spoke to Orton at Bulgarian and then got hit with an RKO and was laid out as Orton posed. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not a big Rusev fan, but in my opinion, Rusev needs to be repackaged because I'm just not a big fan of Rusev recently. And then this was the main event in the match tonight, #1 contender match. Shinskue Nakumura defeated John Cena. Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers watched this match from a luxury box. Nakamura slipped out of a rolling attitude adjustment, hit the exploder and the Kinshasa at the Cena landed Scotty on his neck to get the pin. So this is a really good match. Shinskue Nakamura beat John Cena clean. This is a great match. I really enjoyed this, and John Cena actually showed some good wrestling moves. Even though I'm not a big fan of John Cena's character, he actually put in one hell of a match, and I'm glad that he he put Shinskue Nakamura more over clean. So I gotta say, John Cena has earned my respect. I've always respected John Cena as a person, and I respect him even more. I mean, he's earned my respect. They put him one hell of a great match. John Cena and both John Cena and Shinskue Nakamura really proved why they can wrestle, and those two guys can go. So this was definitely a dream match, and this match definitely worked. So hats up to this. SmackDown Live gets an 8 out of 10. SmackDown Live beat Raw once again. SmackDown Live has just proven why they're better than Raw. So yeah, I enjoyed this. 8 out of 10, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up for SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live is the winner this week. Now it's time for your NXT review. Which I thought was great as well. Hold on, trying to find NXT. Folks, trying to just pull up the NXT trying to pull up the NXT what's up? No, I said reveal. Damn it. Here we go. Here's the NXT reveal. Okay, NXT started off with Johnny Gargano defeated Raul Mendoza via submission with the Gargano escape. Mendoza has a few moments, but this is mostly about establishing Johnny wrestling. This match lasted 4 minutes. I really enjoyed this. This was a good match. This is a good way to open the show. Then more and other teases Aleister Black later. Then recaps the showdown between Sanity and Offers of Pain last week. That sets up an announcement from the tag title match for Brooklyn, and a Power Hour promo from a Lakey Warehouse where he promises they'll write a new chapter in the book next week. Very interesting promo. I really enjoyed this. I thought this is really good. And then Asuka returns for an in-ring promo. She declares she will face Ember Moon at TakeOver Brooklyn 3. And she'll beat her again because she's not ready. Moon's nerves a kit and she comes down with a mic in hand. Ember's been trying to get back to here since Orlando, and she's ready, and Asuka knows it. The truth is Asuka isn't ready for Ember Moon. They get nose to nose, but the champ snaps back and offers a hand. When Ember finally reaches out to accept, Asuka pulls her back and slaps her. Ember takes her down with strikes, but the Empress fires back, throwing her challenger out of the ring. But while Asuka poses with a belt, Moon climbs up behind her and hits the Eclipse. Ember considers grabbing the title. while Asuka lays in the wing, but decides not to, and says, I'll take that when I earn it. Really good promo between Asuka and Ember Moon. The feud is really good. I mean, these two are gonna go. I can't wait to see their match. And, Asuka is the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion. I like it. I like what they're doing, but I think it's time that Asuka comes to the main roster, because it's definitely Ember Moon's time. It's definitely Ember Moon's time. She's worked the ass up to get where she is, and definitely I hope Ember Moon wins. But then again, Asuka could possibly break New Day's tag team title record. And then Bobby Roode has asked for time to respond to both Roderick Strong and Drew McIntyre. Production sets him up backstage. First, he addresses Waddy using the lottery metaphor again. Strong wanted to try to win the lottery like people in the trailer parks will do, and he came up short. Now he just doesn't belong in Bobby Roode's NXT. As for Drew, he left and came back, and now he says he's a changed man. Things are different. Maybe he's right. So next week, Roode breaks the news that he and McIntyre will have a sit-down conversation in the ring, and I am looking forward to that. As the champ goes to leave, Roderick Strong crashes in and desperate to get his hands on Roode. Some guys from backstage get between them and let Bobby get away, and General Manager William Regal comes crashing again. Strong practically begs for a chance to face Roode for disrespecting his family, but Regal says his hands are tied. It's McIntyre versus Roode at TakeOver. Street Profits hype plugging that catchphrase like Red Cup Revolution. Very interesting. I like this. I like this hype video. Then Sonya Deville defeated Jenna Van Beamer via submission with a triangle armbar. The larger Van Bale got in a couple arm spots, but this was Sonya's show. Good match. I mean, very good. I mean, good match. Then Kevin Braxton interviews today with Tommy about last week's assault on Kaz's owner. He says KO doesn't show him respect, so why should he respect Odo? He starts talking in Japanese, and Kayla tells him she's getting a message that he needs to head to the ring. Tommy makes his way out, repeating the same old things to the crowd. He's caught up. No man is ever truly good. Hideo Itami is doing pretty good as a heel. I think Hideo Itami is doing a really good job as a heel, and NXT is definitely knows what to do. This is why NXT is where it's at. Black makes his way to the ring, and the two men get in each other's faces while Hideo jars at Alex. Itami eventually backs away, but makes it to attack Black from behind. After walking past him, he turns right into Black Mass. Alistair jumps to a cross-legged seat in front of the unconscious Japanese superstar. He waits his official on it, and it's Kyle O'Reilly. Aleister Black defeated Kyle O'Reilly via pinfall, Black Mass. Really good back and forth striking and submission-based match, which ended with both men going counter toe-to-toe until O'Reilly went to follow up with his axe kick and an elbow to turn into Black's finisher. The match lasted 12 minutes, 30 seconds. Another match tonight, really great main event. I mean, I'm glad that Kyle O'Reilly's in NXT. Hopefully, hint, we see, because Bobby Fish is in NXT as well. So hint, hopefully we see Red Dragon. Both Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly used to be in Ring of Honor. They were known as Red Dragons. Hopefully we see it, and hopefully we see that they. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really liking this. I mean, NXT gets a solid 9 out of 10. NXT is awesome, and I really enjoyed NXT. So, you know who to subscribe to. You stay classy, live long and prosper, and peace out.